Hi, my name is Shannon Wickliffe. I am the position 4 member on the Olathe Board of Education. I'm an Olathe East grad, class of '94, as is my wife. We've got 2 daughters. Sydney is 26 and Paige is 20 and is a junior at Kansas State University, which as a Jayhawk breaks my heart just a little bit. I am the Chief Development Officer at Kids TLC here in Olathe, which is mental and behavioral health, autism, and parent support. Before that, I was in commercial banking for about 16 years. I absolutely love my job at Kids TLC. I'm in charge of sort of fundraising, volunteerism, advocacy, those types of things, which working for a nonprofit really has been good for the soul. I serve as the vice chair at the Children's Alliance of Kansas, which is a group of child welfare agencies sort of across the state that ranges everything from foster care to mental behavioral health, those types of things. I serve mainly because I wanted to give back. I got to a point in my career where, gosh, a family friend was involved with the Olathe Public Schools Foundation, suggested that I meet still executive director Cindy Von Felt. I served on that board for a little while and just thought that this was a logical next step to give back to a community that's given me so much. I'm so proud that we value every kid, right? We value every student. We meet them where they're at, right? And incorporate everything that I think that a student needs to get by, to advance, to thrive, right? So it's academics, it's social emotional, it's all of those pieces, and we take pride in trying to make sure that we are doing the very best we can do for every single student. So this has changed, I think, a little bit since I started on the board in 2015, and maybe it had been a discussion, I just didn't know it, but you know, I think there's a perception out there that our job is to get kids to college, and I don't think that that's true. Our job is to make sure that students have the tools that they need, not to be successful 18-year-olds, but to be successful 24-year-olds. And so if that is trade school, if that is an art school, no matter what that is, we want to make sure that they have the tools to get to that next level. One of the things that I love about the Olathe School District is their willingness to partner in different agencies within this Olathe community, and their willingness to partner. You know, Kids TLC and the Olathe School District have an amazing partnership that is unlike really any that I can think of. I mean, if you think we are a psychiatric residential treatment facility for kids at Kids TLC, we have an Olathe School District school on our campus, staffed with Olathe School District staff. Kids TLC staff goes to school with the kids. You know, our kids, we always say, school's been challenging for some of our kids at Kids TLC. And they're pretty good at getting kicked out. And we always say that this is the one school, the Clare Learning Center, that you can't get kicked out of, right? They try to push you away because it's a coping mechanism. And the amazing staff at Clare and the amazing staff at Kids TLC says, no, we're going to be here. You may need a break, but you're not getting kicked out, right? We're going to be here for you unconditionally. And so I look at the partnerships not only in the special needs community, but with the business community, the Garmins of the world, and the Olathe School District just does these things because we know that that's what's best for kids. That I love about being on the Board of Education is the relationships I've been able to make, right, with current and past board members who I'm still in touch with all the time. With the staff, we've got just amazing people that work in this district, and I just count myself lucky to be able to get to know some of them just a little bit. So right before I joined the board, was elected to the board, I served on the 2013 bond task force. That was the bond that built Olathe West, right? So fast forward, I joined the board. I get to watch that entire process of this huge state-of-the-art high school get created, right? To come out of the ground. I got to sign a beam. That was super cool. But beyond that, so I had youth mentored a young man starting in the 5th grade. He ended up going into the Public Safety Academy at Olathe West. And so I got to meet with him every week at Olathe West until this past spring, where I got to hand him his diploma when he graduated and walked across the stage. That was pretty cool. I am looking forward to seeing our strategic plan in action. I am looking forward to getting back to something that looks a lot more normal for our kids and for our staff. I am looking forward to Dr. Yeager's vision really getting to come into play, right? Because I don't think he's had a full opportunity to do that yet, and I'm super excited for some of his thoughts and plans. So in terms of what I want to achieve in my time on the board is probably what everyone will say, is that I just want to leave this district a little bit better than when I came to the board. So if that is empowering our staff to execute tremendous ideas, so be it. If that is to put some concrete things in place so that whether from a financial standpoint, from a curriculum standpoint, from a policy standpoint, we're on more stable ground and can continue to do the work, I'm pretty simple. It's not complicated. I am just a guy here trying to do the best that I can, that I care a lot about our students and staff and their well-being and their success. And so whatever small contributions I can make towards that is exactly what I'm going to do. I don't have an agenda. I just want kids and staff to be successful. That's it. I love this district. I'm a product of this district. My kids are products of this district. And so whatever I can do to remove hurdles that are in kids and in staff's way, that's what I'm going to do. We have introduced over the last couple of years some new courses, women's studies, African American history, some of those pieces. And so what I look forward to over the next 5 years, and whether I'm a part of it or not, I hope that work continues, is that we don't have to have those separate classes, right? We can have the classes, but we are intertwining that curriculum in all of the classes that we have, right? So we continue to look at ways to not have social and emotional learning as a separate thing, not have women's studies and African American studies, different culture studies as separate things, right? But it's all part of the larger curriculum that every student learns. I would, from the bottom of my heart, love to thank staff, our teachers and our classified staff and our administrators for just doing a tremendous job through a difficult time and keeping eyes on the prize, right? Understanding that we had a temporary thing, but never losing focus that it is about our students and their success and what we can do for them and for our families. I think that I would also like to say to the community, we appreciate your support always, and our staff needs it, right? I think we can all agree that we are here to make sure that students are prepared for their future, right? And that look, the public education system is one of the backbones of a strong community. And I think we've got a great one, which is what contributes to our community, and we should never forget that.